Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Can I hear you on stream?
Yeah.
Can I hear you on stream?
Yeah.
Can I hear you on stream?
Yeah.
I'm hearing myself say yeah a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Can I hear you on stream?
Yeah.
Can I hear you on stream?
Yeah.
Can I hear you too, it's just echoing. Okay. Is it echoing like that on stream?
I don't know.
Mute yourself really quick.
On
Mute yourself really on Discord. 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 Mute yourself really on Discord.
So,
Paranormal experiences.
where to begin?
Well, I mean, me and you have had a couple together, I feel.
Oh yeah.
Should we start off with the Centralia one?
Oh, for sure.
Okay. Let me email myself some pictures really quick.
Yeah. To start off, me and Gail went to Centralia, which for those who don't know is a ghost town in Pennsylvania where there's only like 10 residents, and it's a ghost town because there was a coal mine that caught fire, which there's quite a few stories which to how it caught fire, but it caught fire, and it's still burning to this day.
Which, by the way, they like did like a lot of different things with it. Like there used to be like this really cool like highway that. Oh no, Twy, you got raptured.
Oh man.
Twy, come back to me. Twy, are you there?
I'm coming. I'm sorry. I'm trying.
Oh no. Speak to me.
Hello?
Yeah, you're back.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyways,
But what I was saying is, it's like there used to be like this really cool highway that had like all this graffiti on it and stuff, and you could see like the smoke coming up because like it's still burning like underground to this day, where it's like technically too dangerous for like people to technically be there. And but they had torn up that highway because it was too dangerous for people to go, and people just kept going, and I guess it was a liability for the county or whatever, and so they ended up like tearing up that road, so now it's just like a big pile of dirt that goes on for like a couple miles. It's really cool.
yeah, they had to tear it up because it was too much of a hazard, and there are still places in Centralia where there is like a
Chinchilla?
lot of graffiti. Yes, chinchillas.
Chinchillas.
There is like still a lot of like graffiti and stuff, and you can see where like nature like took it back and everything,
Yeah.
and it's actually like a really really beautiful place. However, like there's like grass that like took over the sidewalks. You can kind of see like in the forest where there's alleyways and like some rubble and stuff.
Like
It's like really cool.
when me and, not to interrupt you, but like when me and Twy went, we were walking down like the road at one point, and like we were looking, and I was like, is that a curb, like a curb to like a sidewalk? Because it looked like it was just like we were in the middle of the woods, and so it's like the sidewalk was kind of like buried behind all the shrub and stuff, so it is like how Twy said, like nature just kind of completely took over, and it was really cool to see that.
Oh yeah.
But
And but yeah, as we were like approaching Centralia, like first of all, when you get to Centralia, like your GPS just completely shuts off. Well, because once you're in Centralia, you're there.
well, and
But
also like it's not on maps anymore because it's not like a town anymore. So it's like
yeah,
it's not on
it's just
maps.
yeah. But where it takes you, like the road is just like it's red, which is weird for PA as well. Because there's not like many like red roads. It's like it's a weird type of like road that they have for it.
It's like the roads in West Virginia, if anyone's ever been
Yeah.
back there. Like that's how
Yeah.
it's paved.
Yeah, it's just weird for that specific area because it's smack in the middle of PA, you know.
Yeah.
And my brain just shut off. But as we were like approaching, we must have been like halfway. we must have been, like, what, halfway, like, on our way to Centralia, right? Um, and Gail got, like, this, like, what was it, image in your head?
Okay. Okay. Without sounding like a complete and total lunatic, my
Yeah.
entire life, I have always seen shit. Like from the time I was like a little girl, just for reference here, my great grandfather passed away whenever I was like 3 months old or something. And I would tell my mom about how I would see like this man in like this corduroy suit that was like brown with a golfing hat, and I would see him all the time, and like I would tell my mom stories about like the family, that there was like no way like 3-year-old Gail should have known that, like how, like stuff about like issues that my great grandfather and his and my great grandmother had in their marriage and things like that, where it's like, how does this little 3-year-old know about that? And so my whole life I've always seen things, and me and Twy have always called them visions, which makes me sound like complete and total lunatic, but like I get like these
Yeah.
images in my head where it's like I see something and it's very specific. So like whenever we pulled up into Centralia there, I got like this image of like this white house with like some woods in the background. There was kind of like the a garage door with like some concrete stairs going up, and I saw like this weird fleshy like creature that was kind of like hunched over and had like weird glowing eyes, and it looked like disturbing, like I did not like it. While we were driving into Centralia, I got that image and I was like, oh, hell no. Like I said to Twy, I was like, I'm freaking out. I don't like this. I don't like how this feels. Like
In my
it's
mind
creepy.
in my mind, I'm like, "Oh, are we gonna see a skinwalker or a Wendigo?"
No,
I'm like,
like,
"Oh my gosh."
oh, Twy, you got raptured.
I did?
You got
No!
raptured. Oh, Twy.
Why?
It really just be hating you today.
It do.
But anyways, so we were pulling up into Centralia. I got like this really like yucky feeling. We thought it was like we were joking around saying it was gonna be like a skinwalker or something.
Yeah. Most likely a Wendigo with how it was described. I'll get into that in a bit though.
Oh boy.
Anyways, but yeah, we pull up. We're going through like Centralia, whatnot. We explore it. Yeah, yada yada. Everything's cool. Everything's fun. Um, then uh uh we're like trying to get back. Like we were turning around to get home, right? Um, and Centralia is like a little like very confusing. Like it's
Oh
actually
yeah.
really easy to get lost in there because like a lot of the roads look very much the
Well, I
same.
was gonna say everything looks the same there. Like, and especially I feel like part of it's because it's also overgrown, and like how we said, nature kind of took over. So it's
Yeah,
like it's directions you get misconstrued. Like it's really easy to get like disoriented back there.
and again because it's not on the maps, there's no like streets or anything. It's just
Yeah.
it's just you're lost.
Most of the signs too, like the road signs, are like vandalized and like things like that, so you can't even like remember
the
like
the
what road
one
you're on.
the one stop sign has hammer time on it, and I love it.
Yes, stop. Hammer time.
Yeah, and that's my favorite stop sign. But anyways, we pulled down this one road, and at first it was like, oh, this looks like a normal ass road, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it turned out it was a driveway, like a very, very long
Yes.
driveway into towards a house, and it was a
Mm-hmm.
white house. And I was just like, "Hey Gail, does that house look familiar to you?" Because like she described this house to me like when we were like halfway on our way to
Yeah.
Centralia, mind you. Um,
And
like
whenever,
picture perfect, by the
yeah,
way. And I was just like, I'm just like, Gail, does that house look familiar to you at all? And
I screamed. I was like, "Oh my god!" And then like
because
I looked and I said, "That's the stair. That's the corner. That's the corner where I saw it." And so like Twy and I, without trying to like take pictures of someone's home, because people do still live there, like some of the families and stuff that didn't want to evacuate when the fire happened. So this was someone's private home, and so we were trying not to be too like weird taking pictures of their property, but I will show some of them here. Let me. So So like right here is where I had like that kind of like image, vision, whatever you want to call it. And I swear I saw that little thing like hunched over. This was here was like the concrete step I saw. This was like the garage I saw. And it was just like I said, a little fleshy creature, just like kind of hunched over. Back here was the woods. Like it was very strange. And so then Twy and I were looking back at these pictures, right? And when we were looking back at them, we were like, oh, is that an orb? Like things like that, because we're very into that kind of stuff. And we noticed this in the window. Now, at first glance, it doesn't look like weird or anything like that, and like it could very well be glares. But we saw this fucking thing. I don't know if like some people can't make it out, but it looks almost like a face from like the Mandela catalogs. Because like if you look here, there's the eyes, there's nose, mouth, an elongated chin there. Like it was very creepy, and we were freaking the fuck out. And honestly, after we got those pictures, we're like, we gotta get the fuck out of here because like we were so freaked out from that, and especially since we found like this house that I like got an image of in my head before we got there. Like it was just a very surreal experience. And we also had to take this picture of the graffiti for Twi's sister because her name is Alex and it says Alex likes donkey dick. So I just also had to share that. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was very very weird.
We got so many like pictures. It was like really fun, a really spooky experience there.
Hmm.
But we also like there's been a couple of like paranormal experiences. There was some in like the school that we went to together. There was where we lived together.
Hmm. Well, the one
Um
at the school, like it was a private school that we went to. That one was
yeah,
freaky.
yeah, that I don't even know if I want to talk about that one. That one
Okay.
was but basically I was having a meltdown and like I'll make it like short. Like I was having a meltdown. It was like I was going through like a really rough time, really rough patch like with my
Mhm.
mom and everything. And our guidance counselor, she wasn't even actually a guidance counselor or certified to be one for that matter. And
She was the administrator of the daycare, may I mind you, but somehow she was our guidance counselor. Like I said, it was a very small, like private religious school, so like something
yeah.
like half our teachers weren't even certified. So like, it was a
Yeah,
weird time in our lives.
yeah. And so yeah, I was having a meltdown and the lights just started like flickering specifically only in that room.
Mhm.
Like
We're
just rapidly like only
yeah,
when it was just a weird thing. It
yeah.
could have been an electrical thing, but they were because it was a religious school and everything, everyone was kind of like convinced that I was
There was a
being
demon
harassed by a
inside of
demon.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and like in that moment, it was very weird because, again, not to go too much into stuff just to keep things private, but like it was a
Yeah.
very emotional time. And that moment, there was a lot of emotions coming out. For me, I feel me and you, and I feel like we still are, we're very, very close at that time. I mean, you were living with us for a little bit. And so when you were having this distressed moment, the guidance counselor called me to come in for as emotional support, I guess. I'm not really entirely sure why I was there,
Yeah.
and they were kind of criticizing you and like berating you for having these strong emotions even though you were going through a lot, and you kind of yelled and let out this big emotion, and then the lights started flickering and it was like, whoa, what the fuck. And like the office, there was like little rooms in like this office, and it was they're all connected, like it's all one big light, it's just turned on the different office, but the one room that we were in was the only one that turned off, and then it would turn back on and then it turned off again, and it was just it kept doing that back and forth, and like that was a really really weird time.
Yeah.
um there was also, I feel like there was, when me and you lived in the apartment complex together, I feel like there's some weird stuff that happened then too.
That mm, The apartment complex. I don't know if there was a lot of like paranormal stuff as much as there was like just a lot of like emotional stuff.
Okay. Wasn't there like, was that the mimic story that we were talking about? What was the mimic? Or not the mimic,
Oh,
the
the
residual
I have
energy.
I have my own mimic stories for
Oh,
the current complex I'm living in, and I can talk about that actually because
oh,
that's interesting.
do tell.
Um, in the current apartment that I live in, well, current like complex area, I
Mhm.
was living in a different apartment within this complex. It was like a residual haunting kind of.
Well, so
So
explain what a residual haunting is, because I.
uh, the way that my mom describes it is like it's like a recording of like something that like just kind of like it keeps like happening. For example, um my mom and my sister, I think my sister, she can correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. I think if she's here. Um like would hear like papers falling from the kitchen, and they would go over to like check to see if like the papers would fall were like on the ground and stuff, and they were just still like in the same place they were. There were like no papers have fallen and stuff, but it was just constant. Like there was just like you would hear the sound of like papers just falling everywhere
Mhm.
and nothing. Or I would like go up the stairs at night at like 11 o'clock at night, and I would just constantly hear like footsteps like coming up stairs behind me, like boom, 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 boom. My mom would hear scratching on the ground, like sounding like a dog scratching,
Okay.
and it was really, really, really creepy.
Okay. So, like,
Um,
um, go ahead.
but like I don't know if like there's also visual residual hauntings or not, but
So it's just you're
th-
constantly hearing like these same noises just over and over again.
yeah, yeah, yeah. There's yeah, that would happen,
Okay.
but yeah, my sister's here. Hi, Alex.
Hi,
Um,
Alex.
um, a lot of creepy stuff. One thing in particular, that freaked me out in that apartment, um, was one time, me
Alex
and my
said
mom,
she thought
like,
it was a cat at first.
yeah, yeah, we thought it was Sassy, like knocking stuff over.
Okay. But then nothing was
Yeah,
there.
but yeah, they would go to check and it was not nothing was knocked over.
Okay.
But yeah, one thing that creeped me out like the most there was I would see my mom when it wasn't her.
Oh.
Me, my mom and sister were like huge into Sea of Thieves, and we
Mhm.
had two TVs down in the living room, and because like I don't know, it was just our setup at the time, and I
Mhm.
think Alex was actually like at our dad's for the week,
Okay.
and me and my mom was getting um or no, I think my mom had like just woken up or something, and I was just downstairs. It was early in the morning, and I was getting set up downstairs on the Xbox.
Mhm.
And sorry, my brain is just like all fogged. I think my meds kicked in. Sorry. My meds all kicked in, so my brain's getting loopy. Minecraft's gonna be fun later.
Uh-huh.
Um and I see like I look over and my mom walks from the stairs to the kitchen. Like I visually see that.
Mhm.
Like you can't convince me otherwise. I saw my mom walk from the stairs to the kitchen, and I was just like, "Hey, mom, you want to play Sea of Thieves?" And I get no response. And I figure like maybe she didn't hear me or she's like too tired. She getting her coffee still.
Yeah.
Mom. And no response. Go over to the kitchen. She's not in the kitchen. Like, she's not there anymore. I'm like, huh.
Like, just kind of vanished.
Yeah, she's just gone. I'm like,
Okay.
oh. Like, that's creepy. I'm weirded out.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I missaw. Maybe she went outside. I go to, like, open the front door that's, like, right there, and the door's locked. You know, because my mom's a smoker. Like, maybe she went outside to smoke.
Right.
No, the door's locked. She wouldn't lock herself outside.
Yeah, that would be kind of a weird thing to do.
That would be a very weird thing to do. And then I hear my mom upstairs go, "Twy?"
Oh,
And
that's
I'm like,
freaky.
"Yeah." And I'm like, "Mom?" Like, what? I look upstairs and she's sitting at the top of the stairs wrapped in a towel, and I'm like,
Ah, it's like, ah!
and she goes, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Did you
Like,
come downstairs at all?" And she goes, "No, I just got out of the shower.
like,
I
for the
haven't been
love of God,
downstairs yet."
mother, please tell me you've developed teleporting abilities.
Yeah.
Please, for the love of
Like,
God.
please. Yeah. And she's like, "No, I just came out of the shower." And I'm just like, "So you didn't just walk into the kitchen and like you were?" I'm like, "You were just in the kitchen." And I told her what happened. She goes, "Am I still there?" I go, "No, no, you're not."
Could you imagine if she was like, Mom,
Yeah,
you're
Mom, why are there
downstairs right
two of
now?
you?
Like,
Mom, which is the real mom?
which is the real mom? That's freaky.
Yeah, but there was a second time this happened. This one wasn't as like it was. Oh my god, this one was also like weird. It was another time where Alex, like, I swear to God, this happened every time you weren't here, and it was like very disturbing. Uh,
I was terrified of Alex.
yeah, apparently. Um, again, I was sitting in the same chair. Like, it happened every time I was sitting, and it was at the time it was dubbed Alex's chair. Now it's Mom's chair. But I was on the Xbox, and Mom was sitting on the couch. Like, I thought Mom was sitting on the couch. I had just gotten downstairs, and again, it was in the morning, and Mom was sitting in her usual spot on the couch.
Mm-hmm.
In my perspective, um, Alex was not there for the week, so I was like convinced, that it was just me and Mom in the house,
Yeah.
obviously. And I was getting set up on the Xbox, and I looked up because like from where I was sitting, like, Mom was directly in front of me. Like, there was no way that I could
Alex said,
not see
my
my mom.
fault, I make the paranormal run.
Yeah, no, you're so scary. Um,
You just radiate that energy. It
yeah,
intimidates the spirits.
yeah. And next thing I know, I hear so the bathroom like the downstairs bathroom was also like right behind me where I was sitting as well. I hear the toilet flush behind me, like the
Oh,
bathroom
was the
start,
ghost taking a dookie?
No, my mom walks out of the
Oh.
bathroom and I look up and my mom is no longer sitting on the couch.
Oh, I was thinking the ghost was taking a dookie for a second.
No.
It's like, imagine having a haunting where it's like, people, like how you said, like, oh, we hear scratching, oh, we hear footsteps, and be like, my toilet flushes at 3
It's
a.m. every night.
there is a ghost that's like considered a bathroom ghost. I think it's called like a Hanako or something.
Oh, a
Hold on,
Hanukkah?
Hanako. Hold on, let me look
Hanako.
it up. Let
I
me
was
look it
gonna
up.
say, I feel like Hanukkah's a very disrespectful name for a pooping ghost.
I don't know if it's a I don't know if it's a pooping ghost specifically, but it
Well, why else would they be in the bathroom twice? The ghost be shit.
Oh wait, no, it's that's an anime character, but it's like I think like a lot of people like a lot of like there is like a bathroom type of ghost. I'm sorry, my brain is just absolutely
The
deep
meds,
fried
they're
right now.
kicking in.
They really are.
I was gonna
That
say,
is like a
the Twy
no,
that I was
there
talking to before stream and the Twy now, it's like, ooh. Like,
yeah.
my unfinished business. That's what Alex says. Uh, What if wait? So like, my question is if a ghost, like, let's say, because people have died pooping before. So if someone dies pooping, right, and there's the theory, like, you stay in the place that you die. Is that what a bathroom ghost is?
I'd
Like
be
someone
so
died
mad.
pooping and now you have to be pooping for all of eternity?
Poor Elvis.
Oh, damn. All right. Yeah. So is Elvis just like shitting for the rest of his life or the rest of eternity?
I don't know if he's pooping forever, but like he might be just stuck in that bathroom
Imagine,
forever.
imagine pooping on a toilet that you don't know has a toilet ghost on it, and you're just sitting on them taking a shit. Picture it.
If I were a toilet ghost, I'd be like, I don't know. I'd be disturbed, but also like if a baddie came in, never mind. I'm not gonna get into that. I
No,
want
no,
to move to
no!
a
Back it
different.
up! Back it up! You gotta finish that sentence. You already started. What are you gonna say?
I'm gonna go to a different ghost story now. I don't want to talk about poop ghosts anymore. There's pooping ghosts.
All right. All right. It took a turn. Uh, but no, I had a creepy one in my old house. So just for context, Twy lived with me for a little bit. With my parents as we were, grown adults living with my parents, while we were working and doing all of that stuff. And our bedrooms were right next to each other in like this attic. Well, in my room, there was always some freaky shit going on, and Twy's room too. But I'll get to that in a second. But the first one I wanted to talk about was like the yellow eyes that we always referred to them as.
Oh yeah.
And so
Thanks, Alex.
Twy's room for that. Um, so like during that time, I was in like a not okay relationship. Like it was a bad relationship. Twy can vouch. Twy was always getting phone calls.
Yeah.
We had one of those Facebook Messenger things where it was like a secret where you needed like a passcode to get into the messages. Like it was that bad.
Oh yeah. It
Yeah.
was real bad.
And so, but during that time, he lived about like an hour away from us. And so like whenever we were both off work on the weekend. So one weekend I would go down to his house and then the next weekend he would come up to my house. And so during the time that he was there, I noticed the paranormal activity like got worse. Um, so like the one night he was sleeping and I could not fall asleep for the life of me. I mean, I have insomnia. I've had insomnia my entire life. Like I don't sleep. That's how it is. And the one night I was trying to go to bed and I'm just doing that staring at the ceiling, like, trying to find ways to go to sleep, counting sheep, whatever you want to fucking call it. And I had a big pile of like stuffed animals in the corner of my room, my bed facing said pile of stuffed animals. And something caught my eye where I saw like something glowing. And I thought maybe it was like a light or something like that. And so like I'm looking at the stuffed animals and then I notice it's like these two like bright yellow eyes. And it like I was kind of just like staring at them for a while. And then I just got like this really intense, like yucky, sinking feeling in my stomach where I was just like this, just like not good energy type of feeling. And I was freaking out. I woke up the guy I was dating at the time, where I was like, "Listen, wake the fuck up! Like, what the fuck is that?" And then as soon as he woke up, it vanished. And then this like persisted with like seeing these eyes. I would see them in my closet. I would see them by the stuffed animals. We would hear like scratching on my closet door. Um,
You know what? That reminded me when you
oh,
said
I
that
just
because
got
I remember you.
creeps. Hang on, I just got the creeps. I freaked myself out. I was talking about scratching on the closet door, and then my closet's like gaped open, and it made me go into fight or flight. Sorry. I'm sorry. I panicked for a second.
Wait, Gail, that actually reminded me though. I remember you had me on call with you. I can't remember what we were playing. If it was like Phasmophobia or what or something, but I remember like there were like noises in the background. I don't think it was Phasmophobia. It was in some other game.
No, because me and you would only play Phasmophobia at that time, so I'm pretty sure it would have had to have
Yeah,
been Phasmophobia. And this
yeah,
was like during our breakup, I believe, when I finally got the balls to leave that fuck
yeah.
ass man.
Yeah, but, like, I remember because we weren't even, like, in the game, and,
Sorry, I'm sitting next
um
to my closet and I have myself freaked out. Continue.
yeah, or we'd be on call, like, not even playing a game, and I'd hear stuff, like, in the background of the call.
Like this closet in particular is where I heard a lot of the scratching, like a lot of it was just weird vibes from that closet. My dog would not want to go anywhere near that closet. Like Blue would actively like avoid it at all costs, like things like that. And so like it was strange to say the least, especially since like I don't know. I feel like in my personal beliefs, I feel like energy can manifest itself into, demons, angels, whatever you want to call them. And so like I almost feel like with the negativity of mine and that person's like relationship, it was like it manifested into like this dark, like yucky thing that, would lurk around and, but it was a very interesting thing to say the least. And then after me and that guy broke up, I didn't experience any yucky stuff in that bedroom after that.
Yeah.
But and then there was another time because while we were in that with the, as we called him, yellow eyes, because it was like bright yellow eyes, my one cousin who's a witch, she wanted to come over and do like a cleansing of the house. And we discovered a lot of things about that house. um
There was still, like, some things, like, happening in there a little bit.
Yeah, there was definitely some paranormal activity, especially in Twy's room, because Twy's room had like went into our attic, if that makes sense. Like, or they had a like closet door there, and in their closet it had like it was the attic, like it was in between the walls. It had the Christmas decorations, things like that, and we felt like really weird energy from that closet there. So we were doing a cleansing of the whole house and we go up to this closet. And Twy, I believe, was at work at the time. So Twy wasn't there. And so we get permission to go into Twy's room. Twy lets us go in their room. And when we go in, we go get to that closet. And both me and my cousin, again, she gets those images, as I call them, like she does visions, whatever you want to call them there. And we
Mhm.
both had the exact same one where it's just like these little boys like that it remind me similar of the little boy from The Grudge, not like exactly the same, but like similar vibe. And they were all just sitting lined up with like holding their knees and stuff. And like both me and her like freaked the fuck out. We were smudging the house, and like our smudge stick, it kept going out and going out every time we would go up there. It would be put out every single time, and always around this exact same spot in Twy's room. And with the lore with like witchcraft and things like that, people will use cats for protection because cats absorb the negative energy. And my cousin Brittany had told Twy, if you notice your cat Hobo gaining weight, just know it's a good thing. And kid you not even a couple weeks later, Hobo starts gaining weight rapidly, even though Twy never changed anything about, Hobo's food or anything like that. And so, again, it was I feel like that was one of those moments that opened my eyes to be like, okay, I'm not crazy. There is actually something going on here. You know what I mean? I can actually see
Yeah.
these things. I had someone else confirm it, like that
And
sort of thing.
Hobo's, like, with this how like, 'cause like, I imagine Alex is probably gonna say something like, "Oh, she's always been fat." No, no.
No, it
Uh,
was well, it was also like a rapid weight gain. Like it was like within a couple
yeah,
weeks, she gained like however many, like 10 pounds in just a couple weeks. And right
yeah,
after Brittany had said that too.
yeah, but, like, she also, like, once I left, she lost it pretty fast, and
Hmm.
then, um she started gaining, like, again, but that was because she started, like, eating, Pip's food as well.
So that one's not a spiritual thing. That's just a fat ass cat thing.
Yeah, that was her, being like, "I want all the food because I'm being territorial and I own
Yes.
you, Pip," you know? But
Yes.
she started
Yes.
losing weight again because she's not
Yeah.
eating Pip's food, so
Yeah. Oh, another thing I wanted to share, because I actually had some paranormal experiences in this apartment that I'm living in now, and I'm hesitant to talk about it because it has to do with this fucking closet that's sitting right next to me, and I'm gonna freak out. Really quick intermission. I have to pee again.
All right.
Let me go tinkle. Twy, you tell them a grand tale while I go pee.
Oh, let me think of a grand tale.
A
I can tell them
grand
my
tale.
I can tell them my camper stories actually. Um, so when I was living in a camper with old friend of mine, we're still friends. It's not even an old friend. Um, I don't know if my buddy Jordan's here or not, but she's actually part of this story. She might have heard it. But she's not like part of it, but she's part of it. Um, there was actually a mimic in my camper when I was living in it. I got a few stories about that. One of them in particular, my friend Moss was in my camper with me at the time. We were hanging out. I don't remember what we were talking about. It was late at night. It was like 10 o'clock at night, I think. Our friend Jordan, she lived like pretty damn far from us at the time. Like there was no way it was, she was anywhere near us. And um for some damn reason, Moss just looks at it and just was just like, "Oh yeah, Jordan," and I'm like, What are you talking about?" Um, and her face just goes like pale, like just extremely pale, and she goes, "For some reason, I thought I thought Jordan was here. Like I heard her and I saw her. Like she was right there. Like she pointed her out. And obviously she was not there. And like she heard and saw her. I don't 100% know if she actually did hear or see her, but something did convince Moss that she was there.
Oh, is this
And
the
we
mimic story?
yes,
Oh, I know
and
this one.
yeah, and we did tell our friend Jordan about that, but there is part of me that like almost believes her because I did have my own experiences with the mimic in the camper.
Hmm.
Um, there were times in the living room I would hear like humming in like really close to my ear, like not even like a tune or anything. I would hear like mm, like
Okay,
like a like a
okay,
like a
devil's
low
advocate here really quick. You didn't have like an
yeah.
AC or anything in there.
No, I
Okay.
didn't have like anything like that.
Like
No, like
nothing that
I
could be
had
making that noise.
no. When I tell you, it sounded like a man's hum in my ear,
Oh.
like a groan almost.
Okay, like you could hear the breath to it.
Yeah,
Okay, interesting.
it was like disgusting actually.
That's weird. Um,
um,
go ahead.
but also the way my camper was set up, there was one night in particular, I had a knife at my bedside table like all the time because like I had a really flimsy door and I didn't have a gun and
You didn't have
and
a
I
gun.
and
Gotta
I
stay
didn't
protected,
exactly
Spy.
yeah, and I didn't exactly feel safe. So I that was my weapon of choice if say someone did break in and try to harm me in any sort of way,
You got the knife. You got. Well,
Yeah, I
I mean,
had
if
the
you want to
knife.
be honest, I feel like a camper isn't necessarily the most secure home to be living in. So, like,
It's not.
it's
And
completely understandable.
yeah, and behind me was the woods and in front of me was the highway,
Hmm.
you know. So I don't you never know what to expect, you know.
Right.
And on either side of me there was like one creepy neighbor on the other side was my friend's house and her family, you know.
Hmm.
And um so the layout of my camper was the back of the camper was my bedroom, the bed, and then in the hallway was the sink and bathroom. And then you walk past that is the door and the living room, and then past that is like towards the front is the kitchen and like a little sitting space. That's it. And there was like a few mirrors. There was a mirror on the door between the hallway and the bedroom, and there was also like a mirror like above the sink. And it had like the perfect angle where if I'm laying in the bed, I can see through like from the mirror if like the sliding door was open, I could see from the bed like laying down, I could see from the bed to the mirror into the living room. Well, one night I woke up in the middle of the night and I heard a noise. I thought it was my cat. Um It was not my cat. My cat was in my room with me. Um, and it was a big, shadowy figure standing in my living room. I thought it was like a man standing in my living room.
Yeah.
I grabbed my knife. I got mad. Like, genuinely
I
mad.
mean, I feel like that's a valid reaction. I too would be grabbing the knife. Yes, because like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I probably should have called the cops, honestly.
Yeah.
But I was more so like tired, angry, more so than scared.
Just annoyed.
Yeah.
Like, why the fuck are you
But
in here?
I also didn't necessarily believe it was a person.
Right.
Cause I was also like, I knew it was a ghost. Like I yeah, I knew it wasn't a real ass person. Like and I ran at it. Like I got out of bed with my knife and I ran at it.
Where did that go to?
It fucking phased through my couch and out the window. That's what happened. It fucking left.
What,
But
it dipped out the window and said, "Oh, this bitch is crazy. I gotta get out of here."
yeah.
He said, "This one is full on running at me."
But
I've never had this happen before.
yeah, like I'm not typically one to get like genuinely like scared of that stuff. Like I'm like more so like when that stuff happens, I'm just like, please stop that. Like
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh
Well,
no,
I was gonna say,
like yeah,
Alex says,
Alex,
trying not to
that-
die twice.
like give me a reason today. I will make sure you go to hell a second time.
Like, no, I was similar way. Like, whenever something creepy happens, like, my immediate reaction is just to, like, cover my ears, and I'm like, stop it! Like, stop it! I
Yeah.
don't like it! Stop!
Something recent actually happened in this current apartment that I'm living in, and I don't know if I told Alex about it, but
Oh,
it was
boy.
really funny actually. Um, on our stove, like I can't remember what me and my mom were making. I think we were making like Alfredo or something.
Yeah.
We were making Alfredo, and I put
Oh,
like
I love
our
Alfredo. I love your
yeah,
mom's
it
Alfredo
was so,
specifically.
oh
Continue.
yeah, it's so good. Um, I put down like our um ladle. I think it was a ladle.
Mm-hmm.
Our stirring spoon, whatever.
The stirrer.
The stirrer.
The
I
stirrer.
I put it. It was like practically in the middle of the stove, mind you,
Mm-hmm.
in the middle, like
I heard that
far
from
back actually. Yeah,
a
thank you.
spork, Alex says.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, the thing.
A thing.
And I turn around and I was going to grab the strainer to strain the noodles. And
Mm-hmm.
because I set it on the table because we didn't really have the room. And I went to grab it. And I hear something like whip across like the kitchen and on the floor. And my mom goes, "Oh, you okay?" And I turn around and the thing's on the
You
ground, like
okay?
yeah, and the spoon is on the ground.
Rest in peace.
And I'm like, and I just stare at him like that wasn't nice. I'm like, don't do that.
That was kind of rude, actually.
Yeah. And I'm like, don't do that again. And she goes, what? And I'm just like, Mom, the spoon just kind of flew, and she goes, "What do you mean?" And I told her what happened. She goes, "No, no, don't, no, we're not. It's not. That didn't happen." Like she doesn't want. She's like, "No ghost in the house." Like she's like playing it off. No ghost in the house. I'm like, "Yeah, no ghost in the house." And I'm like, "Stop fucking doing that shit," you know.
We're not allowed. No entities allowed in this home.
Yeah. There was also like a few times here, and I haven't told mom about it because again, no ghosts allowed in the house.
Yeah.
I've woken up and I saw like my doorknob turning and stuff, and I'll stare at it. Yeah, I'll
Anything that
look at
happens
it.
like in the bedroom when you're trying to sleep freaks me out. Like it'll actually send me into like I can't
No,
do it.
I watched it and I literally just like deadpan
Oh,
expression rolled
Twy, you
over and went
got
back to sleep.
raptured again.
No, hold
Twy's
on.
been raptured. Rest in peace, Twy. It was good having you here with us while you were here.
Yeah.
You have now become a ghost. Yep,
Yeah.
someone just said Twy's a ghost now, yep.
Difficulties.
While we wait,
Join.
I shall give
Hold on.
I'm going to no I'm going to give Twy's obituary. Twy
Oh.
was a lovely human being. You know, they died. They died
What?
doing what they loved. They have they were cool. Twy is with us. Speak.
Ooga booga.
Yeah.
I've been brought back. What were we talking about?
Honestly, I don't remember. I was a little distracted.
Yeah. Brain. We were talking about paranormal stuff. I remember that much.
No shit.
Oh yeah, the Alfredo story and stuff,
Yes,
and
Alfredo. Your mother's Alfredo. It's divine.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I looked the doorknob. That's right. Yeah, the doorknob started. Yeah,
Yes.
the
Yes.
doorknob would like turn and stuff, and like I'll just like look at it with like a deadpan expression, and I'll just like roll over and go back asleep when it
Like it's
when it starts.
disturbed your peace.
Yeah, like how fucking dare you? Like I don't even. Oh yeah, we apparently have like a ghost boy in this house, according to my mom and our friend Bree, and
Mm-hmm.
his name is oh what the hell is his name?
Isn't it Andrew?
Drew. Yeah, Drew.
Yes.
Uh, and he really likes our stairs. My mom hasn't seen him in quite some time, I guess.
I was gonna say, I
I
remember you guys talking about that like when you first moved in there.
yeah,
But
I
yeah.
think Pip and Hobo might have eaten him
Oh,
because we haven't seen him in quite
that's
some
why
time.
Hobo's so fucking fat.
Maybe he wasn't.
She's,
Maybe Drew.
she's just out there eating entities.
Maybe Drew wasn't that great after all if you haven't seen him in a while, you know?
Yeah, yeah. This is true. But no, I had one experience here in this apartment, and I haven't had one since, knock on wood.
Mhm.
Because I did like a whole egg cleansing with it because it had me so freaked out. I'm actually gonna have to email myself a picture of here because I have photographic evidence. So when we first moved in here, like it seemed like it felt like the energy was pretty clear. And I mean, Twy, I feel like can vouch for this because like you kind of helped us move and that sort of thing. Alex too, she helped
Yeah.
us as well. And but it didn't like the energy was very clear. So I don't know if it was just like a lot of personal stuff going on, but like one day the energy just kind of like took a turn and I kept having like these persistent nightmares of like this creature that had like I'm trying to think of how to explain it. Like the features were off. It had a very elongated face with a very like twisted smile, bulging eyes, and it's giving me creeps thinking about it. And it
Oh,
was just
yeah.
like this creature kept trying to like kill me. And like I was having dreams about it every single fucking night. And notably what one night I had a dream that it was chasing me and it had like a noose and it was trying to like hang me with this noose, right? Um except like, and when it was catching me, trying to chase me, it like turned real quick to get in front of me, and then it pulled the noose, like the rope part was like here, so it tightened like that, and that it got me there and started dragging me by my neck with the noose. And then that next morning, like my throat felt weird, like my throat felt off, like I felt like something actually choked me. And then Jeff pointed out this mark I had on my neck the next morning, which I'm going to pull up here, because I had what looked like rope burns on the back of my neck the next morning. Let me see if I can find it, because that picture is just, it's too good not to share, because it was just really freaking wild. Difficulties, but it was like, this was one of the first like paranormal experiences I had where it's like I had like physical evidence on me. Oh, I sent it to my work email. My bad. The shelter just got a picture of my neck. But let's see if I get it. But like it was really, really weird, because like I said, it was like an actual, like what looked like a rope burn with like a bruise on my neck. And my husband was the one who pointed it out to me, because he's like, "What's that on your neck?" And I immediately like started crying almost. Let me see if I can pull it up here. So this is what was on my
I
neck
don't
the
know if you
next
showed me
morning.
this.
Yeah. Cause
Oh, wow.
this was after I had like that dream of like it like hanging me. And like I said, the noose was like, the part that was in the knot was in the front of my neck, and it was like dragging me like that. And right here is where all the tension would have been in my dream. And like here you can see what kind of looks like rope burn. It's kind of a blurry photo, so you can't really see it that well, but it was like textured like a rope. And then all of this right here was bruised. Like it was really fucking weird. And like,
That is
yeah.
bad.
And after that, I did like an egg cleansing. Like I cleansed my whole house, like whole 9 yards, and then nothing happened since. Now, just for context too, like before this happened, I was like going through like a really bad depressive episode before all of this. Like probably one of the worst depressive episodes I've ever been in my entire life, with the exception of like the bad relationship I was in. Because I was working in like the mental health field, which I found was terrible for my own mental health. And like I just really was not in an okay place mentally, and that's when this stuff started to happen. And then, I switched jobs, I started working at the animal shelter, things like that, and like my mood kind of shifted, my mental health got a little bit better, and nothing's happened since. But like I said, this was probably one of the freakiest things that I've experienced, just because that was the only time I've ever had like something physical happen to me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was very, very. I know I keep saying it at the end of all these, but it's very weird. It's weird. There's no other way to explain it.
Lots of crazy stories.